Welcome back to the Perspective Pod, where we're going to talk about the ideas that shape how we see ourselves and the world around us. I'm Paris.
And I'm Andrea, and today we're diving into the question that sounds simple, but it's actually super deep. Who are we when no one's watching? Or, said differently, who would we be if there were no moral rules in society?
Yeah, basically, what part of our identity is truly ours, and what part of it is just trying to follow the expectations of society.
So, let's start with the basics. Our beliefs and values shape our identity, like the things we think are right or wrong, what we care about, how we treat people. But sometimes society tells us that those values aren't what they should be.
Exactly. From the moment where kids were taught, share your toys, say thank you, don't lie, be nice. But here's the thing, do we actually believe those values because we choose them? Or because society chooses them for us and we don't want to get in trouble or be judged?
And that's where the real question comes in. If nobody could see us, will we still act the same way?
Let me give you a real life example. A few months ago, I was in the store and the cashier gave me too much change, like way too much. Nobody noticed, nobody would have known, and honestly, I did think about just walking away with the money.
Ooh.
Yeah, calm down. But seriously, returning that money didn't benefit me at all. It wasn't about the rules. It was about the value I believe in, honesty. And that moment made me think, maybe who we are when no one's watching reveals our true identity.
That's a great point. And it also shows that your beliefs can come from how we were raised, sure. But at some point, we choose which ones to keep. Like, honestly, didn't become part of your identity because there was a rule. It became part of your identity because it matched who you wanted to be.
This idea also shows up in literature. And one of the clearest examples is the Lord of the Flies, when the boys end up on the island. No adults, no laws. They slowly lose the values they had learned in society. Some becomes violent, selfish, even cruel.
Right. And the story basically asks the same questions as our podcast. Are we naturally good? Or do we behave well only because society is watching?
Some characters like Ralph try to keep order and fairness, showing that their identity is rooted in values that they believe in. But others abandon those values completely the moment rules disappears. So maybe the key to understanding who we really are is noticing how we act when there's no reward and no punishment.
Yeah, like do you help someone only because people might see you? Do you study only because teachers expect it? Do you post kindness online but ignore people in real life?
You're calling out people today.
I mean, some goes for me, but the point is, we build our identity every time we make a choice, even tiny invisible choices.
Maybe identity isn't something we have, but something we practice.
So, who would we be if there were no moral rules at all?
I think we mix a bit of instinct, upbringing, and personal values. Some people would probably fall apart without rules, but others would keep acting with integrity simply because it's who we are. Without rules, it's our actual person, not a facade we put up for other people.
And that's maybe the most important thing to take away. Our beliefs and values don't just influence who we are, they define who we become, especially when no one's watching.
Thanks for joining us in this little dive into identity, morality, and the weirdness of being a human with us.
We'll see you the next time on the Perspective Pod. And remember, your real character shows in the moment nobody else sees.